background music queued up. Don't even know if you guys can hear that. But where is Johnny? There's his desktop. Where's this idiot? There he is. What's up, guys? It is Sunday, August 25th. 8:03 p.m. is the time. Let me get my desktop back up. I see Jellybean in the chat. Kathleen Doss, Kevin, Mary W, Marie Palmer, Ryan, Brad Palmer. It was nice to finally meet you last night, Brad. Hopefully Marie will be feeling better the next time around. Medano 1973. It was nice to meet you as well. Vivian Johnson, Sheena Roberts, wielding their wrenches. Mary W. Action Kid is here. Yay, we are live. Speaking of live, when are you going to go live and give an update? Action Kid. Good to see you. Karen is here. Jeanette Morales is here. Robert Ruddick is here. Jesse Cohen, Wesley, Chef Mario Cooks, Boom Productions, Jennifer Gala, our resident HDR expert, among many other things. Of course, she's more than just someone who does YouTube and videos 1,000 times better than me. Janice S. is here. Julie and everyone else, thank you for tuning in. You know, I have been live. I thought I'd been live every day since Thursday, but looking back on things, I think I went live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today is twice. So I have been feeling extra beat up and tired. So tomorrow we're taking a day off. I'm not going to make a video. Might edit a video. Might do some comments and stuff like that. But might be a good night for some edibles and a couple of adult beverages and some movies or something. But I'm giving myself tomorrow off. No camera stuff tomorrow. But since it's the start of a new week and the end of a crazy amount of streaming, I'm going to have myself a much-deserved beverage. Ryan says 7 streams in 6 days. Indeed. We're going to have a Lake of Bays Brewing Company, small batch, handcrafted, downtime, juicy light IPA. Ooh, it's a little too light, I think, maybe. It's 3.5%, but we're going to have this. So let's crack this open. Oh, no. I can only fight it for so long. It is foaming up. I just saved the usual. I have no idea why my beers always do this. Do I like shake them when I take them? Do I shake them when I take them out of the fridge? Like, what the fook is going on? I cannot open a beer on stream without it making a mess and getting my fingers all sticky and gross and then getting dumped all over the keyboard. Action Kid says they just don't like you. Cortez asking what kind of t-shirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing the same t-shirt I wore during my live stream earlier today. It's just a bench t-shirt. But cheers to everyone out there, whatever it is you're drinking, adult beveraged or not. That's a weird way to say it, but cheers. Hope you have a great Sunday night. Well, you won't be if you're watching me. Paul Blunt, from dusk to dawn, he'll persevere. Paul Blunt. Was that one of the lyrics in my intro? If I go to stream intro, where would I have saved that? I don't know where I've got a whole folder of like stream intros. Oh, this is it.
Few are called on. Johnny stumbles on the screen. Sips his drink, looks all keen. Few are calling, laughter streams. Better than Ken, so it seems. Late night talking all around. Funny tales and crazy sound. Johnny never lets him down.
All right. Maybe that's enough of that. Kevin says music very soothing. I used an AI music creator. Chris Mill says I saved it. Yeah, that's what I did like a few weeks ago. I was so lazy before stream. I wanted a new intro. Here's an intro I made a long time ago. This is for my... This one was for when I go live on the phone. I never used it. Pretty lazy effort. Here's a Monday Night Stumbles intro. Monday Night Stumbles, not a Sunday Night Stumbles. It says Sunday Night. Oh, I made that once.
Musical notes. From dusk to dawn he'll persevere. Musical notes.
Friday strides? I made one for strides on Friday? What's different about this? Nothing? This one doesn't even play. I must have just used that for the background. But either way, Paul Blunt, thank you. You have been serenading me with very, very nice musical super chats. Here's one I made. Non-Sunday Live. What is this? Non-Sunday Live. That's the Sunday Live. Is that it? That one does nothing special. What's different? This one just says Sunday night on it? I don't know. Needs more cowbell? Definitely. Where's Christopher Walken and his damn cowbell? Or wasn't it Will Ferrell? Who was the one on the cowbell? I forget. What? Classic skit? Lisa says, JS, it's so loud. Good. I'm glad it's so loud. It should be loud. Loud is good. Quiet is bad. You know, if it's too loud, you guys can just turn the volume down. If it's too quiet, you can turn the volume up. That's the way these things work. Billy T says those claps are cheesy. That's like a very cheesy Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit kind of thing, right? I think that's kind of the vibe that song was going for. Okay, this have cowbell will travel. I remember when Stumble started late and went past midnight in the early days, would be dude. Yeah, and then it would just devolve into me being like completely messed up, and we would start playing games, and then some troll would come in and start ruining the game. Sometimes I would even just like play Rocket League or whatever. So I don't know. Those days we've gotten old and very, very workmanlike with our schedule. 8 p.m. after Ken's video. Lisa says your ridiculous gabbing volume is fine. Mary, missed you last night. Are you feeling better? Yes, Marie. Are you feeling better? Yesterday, I was checking to see if Action Kid posted any updates. There's my live stream today. Look how many times I have live streamed lately. Today, I did a pretty cool test I'll talk about later. Last night, I streamed and I ran into Brad Palmer. I did a driving stream the day before. A stream Thursday, a stream Wednesday, and a stream Tuesday. Too much streaming. But yeah, last night you were live. I was basically doing stuff all day. I didn't have any time to make any content, and since it was Saturday night, I decided to go out. Normally, I have a rule: I don't make content on Saturday nights. It's just kind of like a night off. If I want to get some weekend night vibes, I usually go out on a Friday night and make content. But I went out on Saturday night and I noticed that Brad was live, and I asked Marie, are you around? I sent her a message, and I messaged Henry, where are you going to be in like 40 minutes? And it turns out they were going to be at Dundas Square. So I just decided, my original plan was to make a video sniping you guys. I was going to get off at college and then I was going to go snipe you. But I saw you were already at Dundas Square when I was at I think Wellesley. So I just decided to stay on the train and go straight to Dundas Square and make my video. And Dundas Square, this by Mr. Toronto Tech and Transit. Toronto Tech and Transit. It is Henry. For fuck's sakes. We can swear. It's an adult.
The adult version.
Let me turn that volume down a little bit. The desktop audio. We saw Medano. I forget the numbers, like 1379. Medano 911. Yeah, so I was planning on coming down and doing some content tonight,
there's Brad.
making a stream and a few videos. And I saw that Brad was in town live streaming, and I thought,
Where's Brad? Where's Brad at? There's Brad. So it's my first time meeting Brad. He's been a longtime viewer of the channel and
yeah, it
a
is a
supporter
busy,
as well through
young
channel
and Dundas
membership
Square tonight.
and super chats. So it's always cool to meet any viewer, just to put like an actual person to the online personality. I always enjoy that when someone says, "Oh, hey, Johnny, it's me," and then they tell me their name in the chat. It's
quite
cool.
the
Well,
crowd at the square.
there's Brad live streaming in Toronto. That was
Maybe I'll just
neat.
follow these guys around.
And you know what? We could go see it from Brad's perspective. Brad has a channel, Brad Palmer. We can go to live. Oh, you did a Toronto Harbourfront stream, and you streamed. Oh, this is it. This is it. I haven't seen the part where you found me. There I am. Look at that. Where's Johnny? Where am I? Oh, there I am. Maybe I came.
Appreciate you being here.
I must show up any second here.
Another hour, I should.
Oh, there I am. So I already showed
A
up.
few times. Welcome to the jungle, Kurt. Appreciate you being here, buddy. That way.
This must be it. This must be it.
Walk that we had today.
No, I'm already there.
Plan right now.
Look at my stupid
Well,
self.
we're gonna go corner hopping and.
All right, I think this is where I intercepted. I'm trying to remember. I should have
Alright,
like looked this up ahead of
As many
time.
humans as I'm ever gonna have on my videos ever.
Sebastian says FFS. Hey, look at this dingus right here. It's always weird watching yourself in someone else's video.
Hey, Johnny Strides.
Look who it is.
How you doing, my friend?
Marie Palmer, right?
That's my
Brad.
middle name.
Nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you too, Johnny.
Vasily Medano? Henry, what's up? I was gonna start a stream up at College Park, but I checked your stream and saw you were here. So I thought I might as well just come.
That guy is out of shape.
Very nice to meet you after
Come on, Johnny.
so many years, Johnny. I've been watching you.
I appreciate your support.
Yeah.
You got a lot of viewers tonight.
Yeah, I see that. We're setting records here, Johnny.
Anyways, Brad, it was a pleasure to have met you. And look at all the support and good comments you've got from a lot of people in the community. Saw you in the Johnny Strides video. So where are you from? David Little hopping on over. I'm from North Bay, a 4-hour drive north of Toronto. Cam asking, do you wear all black? Action Kid says, same intersection, another dingus appeared in your driving stream. Oh my. That was fun, right? But Action Kid's got a pretty good memory, right? I think this guy knows Toronto pretty well, which is all that more impressive.
That guy
Given
is
his
too
last
alien. His,
trip
like,
here was cut short.
He's got a death wish. That was.
Okay, I'm going to turn the volume down on this. But okay. I'm rolling through the intersection. It's yellow. I'm already like, my car is already going into the intersection. This is like, you could stop or you could go straight situation, like either or. But here's the thing. You cannot turn left or right at Dundas Square. So as a motorist, the only thing you should really be concerned about in terms of turning are emergency vehicles or any pedestrian or cyclist who bolts out of nowhere, right? But look at this jackass. And he starts like honking at me and giving me, so I honked at him and he gives me like the finger.
Do you not see the no left or right turn signs? Like, do you not see that? Yeah, I might have said some unpleasant things to him there. And then we kept moving. So that was fun. But yeah, that was my driving live stream. Tiana says, you know, we were going so slow. I mean, had somebody have been hit, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But still, like, you can't turn there. You can't get mad at people. Jellybean says maybe he needed to get to Chipotle, but this stream was my first live stream using new software, but I was using the old setup, and I'm actually like really happy with how it came out. I thought it was pretty darn good. The streaming setup and quality on this. So, and today I think I took it a little bit further. Camp says if this was the States, that would not have been wise. It's generally not wise to like honk and yell at other people, but whatever. There's also like police standing all over that intersection, right? I just went by a cop car where the cop was standing outside. Like, what's the guy gonna do? Pull out a water gun? Yeah, I don't know. Pick and choose your battles. I don't normally road rage, but I'm more than happy to throw some choice words at a dumbass. Johnny, that bike is the same color as the one that hit the police officer last night. Where was that bike? Oh yeah. Oh, Whippy Doo. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your condolences. I was making my way back from a celebration of life festival for my aunt, who passed away a week prior to this. So that's why I was out in Burlington. I was in a rented Nissan Maxima. And I absolutely hate it when they give you a car and they're like, Enterprise was like 3/4 of a tank. Just return it with that. But the needle was like clearly below 3/4 of a tank. So I took a picture of the needle before I left the parking lot, and I made sure that it had the needle and it had the odometer on it so they could see that I hadn't yet driven. I also made sure that like the rental shop was in the background of the picture. So I returned it with the needle like where it was, well below 3/4, because they told me 3/4, and I was like, no, that's like $5 or $6 you're stealing from me. I don't want to be like chintzy, but come on. So I returned it below the needle, and they didn't say anything. So I guess no harm done. But the annoying thing was like filling the car up and like just pumping like a little bit into it, turning it on, watching the needle like go to where it goes. Oh, I still need a little bit more, and just like nudging the needle up. That's always annoying when you're trying to like, can't they just make it like fill the car up every time? Just bring it back with a full tank. I hate this like partial gas tank thing. That seems to be a thing they do in Toronto that they don't really do in like the suburbs or other places. I don't know. It's really, really, really annoying. But anyways, yeah, it turned out to be a nothing burger because I returned it the same as I got it, and they didn't care or say anything. Jellybean says I can borrow your car. Navel Cost says, yeah, I've never gotten a rental that wasn't full. For the record, I have only ever had one incident driving a car that was my fault, and that was a rental car. And that fell under my credit card for damage. I also worked at an insurance company, and I checked my driving record. And guess what didn't show up on my driving record? So yeah, if you've got endorsement 27 on your driver's policy and you use that for your rental car, that will always show up on your accident record and you'll be fucked. But if you use your credit card, there's a chance it won't show up. Just putting that out there. I'm not encouraging you to commit fraud or lie about your accident history. I'm just saying there's a chance that if you like hit a pole in a parking garage because you're an idiot and you use your credit card for the coverage, it might not follow you on your record because it didn't follow me on my record. That was the only time I've ever done anything. And it was like $700 worth of damage. It wasn't even a big deal. But I couldn't, like, since I couldn't help myself, I pulled up my Auto Plus report. When I got to work, like 3 weeks later, I was like, oh, did that show up on my record? Am I going to have to say I've had a claim in the last 6 years? if I ever get insurance. And sure enough, it wasn't there. And I checked again in like 5 months after that. Jennifer Gallus says, I'm so glad new cars have parking cameras. Yeah, that's the thing. It was a rental car, and it was like a full-size rental car and like a spot for a compact in a really, really tight underground parking garage. I'm not making excuses, but once you've driven a car enough, you kind of know its dimensions, and you're very comfortable like parking it and pulling it in and out of places. But this car, it didn't have any cameras. It was a giant car. This was like 10 years ago in a tiny little spot. I scraped it on a pole. Oh, well. Sanjay says, is it legal to check your own insurance record, Johnny? It would really be a matter of your employer, because I don't think it's a matter of legality. It's if you have the consent of the person, you can pull it. Like as an insurance agent or broker, you just need consent of the driver, and you can access the record. The thing is, it costs like $12 to pull it. So it's really like, so I just pulled it. I was like, whatever. You know, if my employer pulls me aside and is like, why did you do this? I'd be like, wanted to see it. Like, what are you gonna do? Fire me over $12? So it was just one of those things I did, and I did it again later to follow up, and that was all there was to it. No, it's illegal to pull up a record if you don't have consent of the person. Justin says, why don't you use Common Auto? On weekends, all the cars are taken. I don't know. Rental cars pretty much the same. Jeanette says, I'm terrible at maneuvering big vehicles. Yeah, it definitely helps that they have sensors and cameras now, and they beep and they like let you know everything that's going on. But yeah, that was my streaming odyssey. And we had some big streams last week, right? C&E opening day, August 16th, 25,000 views. Action Kid was there when I did that. Then the next day, I did not know this was going to be such a big deal. Little Manila, Batherston Wilson, 18K views. And then my video completely bombed through Little Manila. I don't think anyone watched that video. Oh, well. Linda says it's illegal to do that in banks. You're in a hospital, they usually have a warning. Comes up telling you to back off. Well, the Auto Plus record, this is not your motor vehicle record. There's two different records for driving. One, there's your MVR, your driver's abstract. That is all the charges you've had. So if you were caught speeding, if you've had your license suspended, anything relating to your license goes on that. Those are your tickets. And then you have your Auto Plus, which is your claims history. And that's just a database that all the insurance companies pool together and contribute to. And so when you're writing an insurance policy, you check both. You check the MVR. That'll give you the last 3 years of conviction history or license suspensions. And you check the Auto Plus, and you're basically looking the last 6 years, just confirming they've had auto insurance and if they've had any claims and are they at fault. So I checked the Auto Plus. I didn't check the MVR. That's like a government database. Again, you can pull that, but you have to pay for it, and you have to pull that directly from the government. I probably could have done that through my company, but I already know that I've had like one ticket in my whole life, and the officer didn't even file it, so... Linda says, Johnny, you look sad. Can we speak about your auntie? I would rather not, Linda. Just not a topic I want to do. Kevin says, Johnny, are we at the DMV? Maybe we're at the DMV. It's kind of hot in here. I'm going to turn my air conditioning on. Let's play a video while I do that. I'll be back in a minute. Here's a video nobody watched. So many people watched the live stream. So many people watched the video last year. But nobody, I guess because the live stream, it kind of killed the video. But I'm just going to turn my air conditioning on. I'll be back in a second. I just really want to thank everyone who came out for me. All my friends from Greta, all my friends from Windsor, my parents and their friends, everyone else that is here today. It's a big day. Thank you. All right. You can turn this one on. Come on now. You're the beat in the light. Come on. Can you be right There we go. Oh, I wanted to try something. I know what I wanted to try. Sorry, I just need to find a part where I'm moving fast. I just want to see how the encoder... I'm using a different encoder for this live stream as well. And previously, whenever I played anything that was like fast moving or a video in the background, you would notice around me it would degrade in quality on the live stream. And that was just because the encoder couldn't basically encode both at once. But with this new encoder, I'm using AV1 for this. I'm not using H.264. I look fine with video moving in the background. It's not struggling to show me. So sweet. I know none of you guys care about that, but I care about that. It makes my streams look better. Cam says, making my way downtown. We're making our way to suburban Burlington on this. Burlington is a place way out. Way out there. Yeah, so I just want to thank, we are at 265 viewers. Thank you guys. We may, I should have mentioned, we may have a guest caller calling in. Jennifer Gallus is indeed much better. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't using H.265 or AV1 to encode this whole time from home. I was using like H.264. I'm an idiot. Like, I would have had better quality with either of those two. YouTube accepts both of them. You already know, Jennifer, they're both way more efficient than H.264. So I can cram like more data into a much smaller file with either AV1 or H.265. AV1 is particularly good at super low bit rates, but at a higher bit rate, either one of those two will be fine. Jock says, Johnny, there is a car that turned right on a left turning lane. Where is that? Paul Blunt says the dingus. No, somebody is calling in. Somebody is calling in. I think so. Let me see. Let me message them if they're still going to call in. It's a special guest. Paul Blunt calling. I wonder if you guys can hear my air conditioning. Jennifer Gallus says H.265 is taxing older computers, but new ones are okay. Yeah, H.265 will bring some old ones to a crawl, but most, if you have a dedicated like GPU, usually there's hardware encoding for that. And I think Apple builds in a hardware encoder, so anything modern, H.265 should be fine. Even modern smartphones can do H.265. There's really almost no reason for H.264 to even exist anymore. Just since you get like way better quality on H.265. All right, I am asking the special guest when they want to call in. How's the traffic coming back to Toronto from Burlington, DJ? Belmont says, it was pretty shit. I live streamed that. Ryan says, I think my laptop would crawl. Yeah, if your laptop's from 2013, you definitely need to use not Havoc H.265, that's for sure. What was I gonna say or do? Oh yeah, let me check. I was talking to our... All right, guest caller says maybe in 5 minutes they're gonna call in. Sanjay says, is it the walking man dude or maybe the walking woman dudette? It's someone is gonna call in as we take a look at the Toronto subreddit. But today I did a new live stream. This is me streaming with the iPhone 15. It looks like it's in a wide angle. Wallets. But if you look around the trees, you'll notice the camera, the encoder doesn't know what to do with them. The detail, it's all over the place. Like you get good detail one frame, the next frame, they're like blurry. It doesn't really know how to resolve it. And that's because it's using RTMP and H.264, which is incredibly inefficient over a wireless network. overall the picture is good. And when you're not moving, the picture is perfect pretty much. But as soon as you and see this, and when I pan, you can really see not stuttering, but a lot of loss of detail in the trees, especially when I pan, and you can see some like macro blocking and stuff. But today I streamed with a completely different streaming protocol. So rich people can be. I mean, you can't really see it that well because I'm streaming a stream, but you'll notice the trees aren't going in and out like on the other stream, right? They're like the level of detail, even though I'm walking, doesn't change. Is that the only difference? No. Also, when I pan, you don't get that either, that loss of detail. When I pan, it stays sharp. Hopefully I whip the camera around and you can see that, but you'll notice how the trees are just staying constant. So that was my stream today. I used a streaming protocol called SRTLA. It involves streaming from my phone to a server. That server sends it to this computer that sends it to YouTube. All you need to know is the quality is way better, and it channel bonds as well. So see there, I just panned, and notice you don't get that loss of detail when I panned. You get a little bit of motion blur, but that's natural. But the whole that's it. Chris Mill says I host the server. Yeah, I have a dedicated PC that I use for Plex, but I don't really use Plex anymore. I'm going to turn that into an OBS server, and I'm just going to use that as my personal live streaming server. And I can control OBS remotely. You guys don't, but basically, also my gimbal was slightly off balance. That's why there's that slight wobbly jank to it. But on the 65-inch OLED, I can really see the difference. I don't know of anyone else in Toronto who's streaming with this kind of setup. I was talking to a guy in New York who streams with it. Jennifer just mentioned Virtual Japan. Yeah, Virtual Japan is like the gold standard for this category of video. Virtual Japan, they do incredible work live streaming and pre-recorded. No, Lisa, the audio, I use the DJI Pocket or the DJI Mic 2. I talked to the developer, and it's known that the audio is not perfect through this over Bluetooth, but it saves me from plugging in a big module into the phone. The iPhone cameras were actually really good. So, or the iPhone microphone. So I think what I'll do is I will only use this when it's really windy until I find a better solution, maybe a better Bluetooth microphone than this. But I'll use this when it's windy or if I'm on my bike or scooter because it's going to be fine. But when I'm walking around, I'll probably just use the regular ass iPhone microphone. Henry does. Some of the other YouTubers do. It's fine. But that's until I find, I'm probably going to find like a Bluetooth microphone that's going to work well and spend $1 million on it because I'm a nerd like that. But Jennifer mentioned Virtual Japan. Yeah, this channel is just like the gold standard in like quality. Hey, they're testing the Pixel 9 Pro 4K SDR. I mean, it looks good, but it's a YouTube video, right? It's not really going to look much better than an iPhone 15 Pro or a Galaxy S25 or S24 Ultra. But it's neat. What I want to see is his live streaming setup. And I want to see his HD. Oh, there we go. Pixel 9 Pro video camera test 4K HDR. That's the one I got to fire up on the OLED and watch. That's the one that's going to make a big difference. And this, they haven't gone live in a while. They haven't gone live in a very long time, but they also have some of the best quality walking live streams I've seen. I think they're using 1440p just to get the VP9 codec on YouTube, but you get that now with 1080, so you don't really need to cheat. Ryan says your phone can only do 4K 30. For pre-recorded, most I think can do 4K 60. But thank you, Crikey, and everyone. Is it aunt or aunt? Hey, Johnny and Fans is Crikey. Aunt to me, but if you said aunt, I think people like make up their own slang and vocabulary for family, right? Some people say like, that's my gammy, that's my grandma, that's my granny, that's my nanny, right? Do people have different words like what you call, like it's all terms of endearment, so you can say whatever you want. I'm not going to criticize you. I say aunt, right? Some say pasta, some say pasta, right? Do you say pasta or pasta? Lee says I'm an auntie because tant is too hard for a 5-year-old. Taunt. I see. I don't know. I'm Canadian, so I say pasta. Americans, pasta, whatever. Who cares? We all understand what you're saying. I'm not going to correct you. Jeanette says, I'm Gigi. No one is allowed to call me Granny. Granny just sounds like, I don't know. Don't you want to be like a cool granny? All right, so I've got someone saying they're going to call in now. So special guest caller, you can call me on WhatsApp if you want. I can raise, we can go the speakerphone route on that, or however else you have my phone number. Let me send them a message. Oh, here we go. Let me get you on speakerphone. If this phone isn't loud enough, we'll switch over to my iPhone. Hello there.
Yo, how's it going?
Is this who I think it is?
It's the walking man, dude, except I can't walk anymore. At least the way I used to.
All right. I think my S24 Ultra is loud enough. Hey guys, it's the walking. How the hell are you doing, walking man, dude?
I mean, could be better. That scooter accident really took me out, and still in the recovery process.
Do you have a time frame? Like, what's the earliest you might be walking again?
I didn't see a follow-up doctor yet. I think it's still too early for that. But when I was at the fracture clinic in Toronto, this was Tuesday, they told me 6 weeks with the boot.
6 weeks with the boot. That sounds about right. Everything I've heard with like foot injuries is like they always say 6 weeks, and then there's going to be some kind of rehab, right? Physiotherapy.
Yeah, and I could kind of see why, because I don't know, my left calf is really painful right now. I guess because it hasn't been used, and I've been trying to massage it, but it hurts still.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah. So what have you been doing with your time in New York?
Just mainly relaxing, catching up on videos and trying to organize things. Yeah, just basically taking it easy, really.
Are you gonna go?
I did look into mobility devices like wheelchairs and knee scooters, because dealing with crutches is such a pain.
Yeah, I can imagine. Have you ordered any devices or?
Yeah, I did order a wheelchair, so I'll see how that goes. It would actually be nice to go outside with a wheelchair.
You would have really smooth streams on a wheelchair, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty cool.
Kevin says, right, a scooter sounds good. Novell Koss says, we miss you. Gertej says, I'm praying for a speedy recovery. Yeah, I think more important than a speedy recovery is a full recovery, right? You want your foot to be 100% when you come back.
Yeah, that I definitely wanted. And to be able to get my muscles back to good condition again, too, that might take a while. We'll see.
So are you going to be able to have a video every day until you're back?
I mean, I made a lot of content when I was in Canada. It'll last me a while, but I guess it all depends on my mobility devices. If I could get outside and make content all the time, but I may need help to do that.
You know what? You know what came up in my feed the other day?
What was that?
A video of your dad.
Oh yeah.
He is he really 69?
He is.
Okay. I don't know if these guys are gonna believe me, so I'm gonna have to show them. But Action Kid has like here, I'll just show it. Ageless advice, life and fitness tips from my 69-year-old dad. This guy he is ripped.
It's amazing.
Like, I don't want to get into a fight with that guy. So, I don't know. I watched this whole video. I was just like, holy shit, that guy's 60. If you told me he was like 45, I would believe you.
He should have been the one doing the guess your age game at the CNE.
Yeah, he probably would have won that too, but like look at this guy. He's 69. I can't get over that. Jellybean says I need to. Sorry?
He was the one who single-handedly drove me back from Toronto to New York City too on Thursday.
I think you need to wear this outfit and do a workout video. Matt Bross says him and RFK Jr. should host a workout program. I don't know, man. You should be pretty proud of your dad. Like, that is one very athletic 69-year-old.
Yeah, I know.
And that's on, if you're curious, guys, that's on the Action Kid Extra channel. That's his version of Johnny Stumbles, only he works a lot harder at it and has a lot more content. How to save money, that's a Canadian ATM, managing life with crutches, eating healthy food at the CNE, American tries Tiny Tom Donuts.
Those are so good.
You were only like mobile here for a few days and you made so much content.
I know. Could you imagine if I was there the whole time?
Yeah, you would. When were you originally going to leave Toronto if you didn't have the incident?
The same day I left, actually, August 22nd.
Oh, so
my plan was to say 9/9.
Oh, so how many days were you sidelined? Basically, it was the day we went to the CNE, right? So you lost like 4 days?
Yeah, I think so. It was the 16th was the CNE, and then the 22nd I left, so like 6 days.
Oh, wow. So yeah, that you probably would have made like 8 or 10 videos, done 3 or 4 live streams, a whole bunch of Action Kid Extra videos. Man,
yeah, it would have been epic.
So you know what this means?
There's always next time.
Yeah, you got to come back to Toronto. I think people really, really liked that you were here. You obviously have a lot of fans here, right? There's people that recognize you they recognize you everywhere you go, but here as well. So maybe skip the winter, but come back in the spring or summer if you're in this part of the world. You're certainly invited back. I have a SIM card for you if you want to stream. Maybe I'll lend you an e-bike instead of a scooter.
I'm not using the highway anymore.
These Toronto roads are no joke, right? They are bad. It is like Mad Max.
They suck. Anyway, I've got a joke for you before I sign off.
Yeah, you gotta tell us 2 jokes. 1 joke is not enough, right? You gotta tell us 2 jokes.
Well, I only have 1 joke that'll make up for 2 jokes.
All right, what is the joke?
What do you call someone who warns about potholes?
What do you call someone who warns about potholes? I don't know.
A trip advisor.
Ooh, you could have used one of those.
I know, I needed a trip advisor, so.
Yeah, I mean it's shitty, but you know what? You didn't bump your head. You didn't get hit by a car. It could have been so much worse, right? So,
Yeah, I mean, I guess all the people who bike or scooter in Toronto has to fall at one point, including me and you.
well, it's a rite of passage if you bike in Toronto that the streetcar tracks are going to do you in at some point. Even like the most experienced people that have biked their whole lives, all it takes is just one moment of inattention or not quite cutting your wheel at a good enough angle, and you're going to eat shit. And there's always enormous potholes and like asshole drivers and there's always someone cutting you off, right? Like everybody has a fall at some point in this city, particularly, I think. So yeah, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. We both have videos wiping out in Toronto.
That's right. And the funny thing is, like, both our videos captured our fall perfectly, pretty much.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, you know what? It's awesome that you're being a good spirit about it. Life shit happens, maybe for a reason, maybe not, but life always throws us curveballs, and it sounds like you're handling this one pretty good. So
Yeah, I'm expecting to do wheelchair videos in the future, so don't count me out yet.
Are you gonna have an electric wheelchair, or is someone gonna be pushing you?
I think I'll just go with the handheld one first before graduating to electric.
So who's gonna push you?
Maybe I'll get some friends to do it, or some fellow YouTubers.
Yeah, like
or maybe my dad.
There's in New York, there's the NYC walking show, right? Walking commuter walks in Wall Street. Maybe get one of those guys.
Yeah, I could try.
Tom D, NYC, Here Be Bar. What about your dad? Your dad looks like he could push you around. He could probably.
For sure.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know. I think that would be interesting because you could also talk about like accessibility in a way that you can't really do it, right? It's one thing to walk around and say, oh, there's no ramp, or oh, that sucks. But we just take everything for granted when we walk. So I think on a wheelchair, like, you would have a whole new perspective and appreciation for things, right?
That's true.
So yeah, I think I don't know. I think you can get a lot of good out of this. Like subway stations that don't have ramps or elevators, right? No, but like you can highlight this stuff. You can show what it's like to get on and off and get around the city. What about buses, right? Like there's just so much content there. I don't know. I think I mean, obviously you're still going to tour the city and talk about your experiences. But I just think that's another element you can throw in there that I think will be unique. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. But
yeah. All right. Well, I'll have to wait for the wheelchair to come in and put it together, and yeah, maybe you'll see me out there.
I hope we do. I want to see you go live, and I want to see some new content. Maybe
Yeah, I might do an update tomorrow.
a live stream.
Yeah, a live stream.
Sweet. Well, I'm not live. I'm breaking my streak tomorrow. My 7 streams in 6 days streak. I'm breaking tomorrow. I'm not gonna stream, so I will watch yours if I can see it.
Okay.
All right. So you sure you don't have a second joke for us?
No second joke.
All right. Well, thank you, Action Kid, for calling in. Or should I say,
right.
Walking Man Dude.
Yep, he stumbled too much and had shaky cameras, and Dude Bolt couldn't save him this time.
All right, Action Kid. Well, it's weird. I don't know. Do you call me Johnny Strides or Johnny? It's weird calling a grown man Action Kid, but That's
Johnny Strides.
all right. I wish you well. I'm sure you're taking good care of yourself, and I hope you have a good follow-up appointment or a good outcome, and you fully recover as soon as possible. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Bye. Yoink. All right, everyone. That was Action Kid. Holy shit. What an honestly, I probably wouldn't be here doing this. Like, I had a YouTube channel before I knew he existed. But, like, he's a bit of a trailblazer. I think he was one of the, probably in North America, like, the first one to actually get big and make this whole genre, like, viable from, like, a this is what I do standpoint of view. So thank you for that, Action Kid. And you may be down, but you're still making content. You're still putting out videos, right? You're still doing live streams. And 5 weeks from now, you'll be as good as new. So good to talk to you. A lot of people wishing you well. Mike T says, walking wounded dude. Action Kid says, wounded Action Kid. Maybe I should put a special guest. And if you don't know who he is, you can just go to this channel, Action Kid Extra, as well as Action Kid, and check it out. Kartik says, yeah, 427,000 subscribers for AK, and with good reason. And not just 427,000 subscribers, 180 million views. I think I have like 37 million views. Like, subscriber count is one thing, but like his videos have been viewed, and these aren't YouTube shorts, these are actual videos, 180 million times. That's a heavy hitter in the walk tubing community and YouTube in general. So awesome. But thank you for calling in. Let's take a quick look at the Toronto subreddit, see what's going on with the city. Oh, I'm getting a message from someone in one of your fellow New York walktubers, Action Kid, is messaging me. They're asking me how I did my my streaming setup today, and I'm helping them do set things up that way. So this is the Toronto subreddit. We're going to go through here, and then maybe Blog TO, maybe we'll have a few viewer call-ins. Unfortunately, I did not set my video for tomorrow up, but it is really cool. Tomorrow's video, I think it's going to be tomorrow. Iden Thompson McGuire, 279. Thank you, Iden Thompson McGuire. Thank you for the 279. Cheers to you. I better get this giant-ass streamer shrunken down, because ain't nobody want to see me looking that big. But thank you, Iden Thompson McGuire. Travel Fun 69 is here. Yo, Travel Fun 69. You, by the way, how many damn copyrights did you get on your live stream yesterday? Not your vertical one, your real one. This thing was just, you were at this like throwback night.
Maybe we'll walk around and
hey, Euro Nation.
You know what? Maybe I'll grab that beverage.
But Jeff did a live stream.
Some money. Hang on, one second.
I should have gone to this. I had tickets. I should have gone. But you saw some like legendary acts there as well. You were like
Killing it. Oh God.
talking to like some OG singers from way back when as well. Like, it was pretty cool. I watched the very end of your stream. Jeff says I would have had access to all of it too. Yeah, I regret not going, but we had a very fun big stream downtown Toronto last night. Action Kid says it's Travel Fun 69. I'm glad I was able to meet him at the CNE before you got hurt. We were all in Thailand, and you guys didn't cross paths. But hey, at least you guys met here. Cam says, was Rick the Temp there? Yeah, Rick the Temp was on the list of guests. Action Kid says, I think he also got hurt in Thailand. Yes. Jeff also joined the club of people to, I don't know. I don't think he recorded it though, right? You didn't catch it on camera, but Yeah, it looks like you're on the mend and you're back to doing what you do, Jeff. Awesome. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, tomorrow's video. I met the dude who is building these things, these tiny homes on bikes, as sort of an alternative to living in tents. And the idea is, it's not a long-term solution. It's just, here's a roof over your head, here's a bed, here's a place to put your belongings, here's a key, you can lock your stuff. You have more dignity than you did outside on the streets. You, like, if you have an appointment with a social worker, a doctor, or whatever, you can put your stuff here and you can go attend to life and come back and your stuff is there. You know, if it's raining, if it's winter, if it's miserable, you've got a place to go. So his heart is in the right place. He's got a really cool idea. Also, it's like, hey, a cop or bylaw enforcement, like, it's like, hey, you can't park this here. It's like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to hop on my bike and move it. And he actually talks about how he's not using e-bikes in future tiny homes. He's just using a regular bicycle. And one of the sad realities is a lot of members of this community do suffer from substance issues. And the last thing he wants them doing is getting targeted by the cops for like DUIs. Because if you're under the influence on an e-bike, you can get hit with that. So he's just like, doesn't just, you know, it's just better if it's a regular bicycle. But that's all going to be in the video. We did a walk together for about 10-15 minutes talking about the cause. And then he showed off the unit that he built. So we get to go inside it. We get to see how it looks and how it functions and all the cool stuff in it. Super awesome dude. Like, you can tell he has a heart of gold. He's not looking to like make money off of this. He's actually done quite the opposite. Sunk a whole lot of his time, money, and effort. And he's got a background in like health and safety. So like, this thing is not half-assed. It is not under-engineered. Like, it is built in a quality way. And he doesn't want these to exist in like 10 years from now, right? Ideally, people that need housing and need help get that. This is just a little slice of dignity and a place for people to stay. That isn't a tent. Like, where the cops come and say, get the hell out of here and throw out all your shit. And then what do? They just go to a different park. Like, the whole song and dance is like very inhumane. And he doesn't claim to know the answers. He doesn't claim to know the solutions, but he knows this is better than being, you know, in a tent. And I agree. I think it's a great cause. So this is going to be the video that I show tomorrow. And if you guys like it, I might do more of this type of thing. Pat says, I heard some crazy thing where if you're drunk and asleep in a parked car, you'll get ticketed for a DUI. That's true. And the thing about this is you can legally park these on the street because they are classified legally as bicycles. So like, it's not like an e-scooter that it's like illegal and people need to look the other way. This is like a fully legal thing to own in the city of Toronto. And it's portable. So if you want to move it, you can move it. Like, the whole idea isn't to like take it all over the place. It's mostly just to park it somewhere. But if you get that knock on your door and it's a cop, you know what? They're not going to be able to throw your shit out and boot you out. And now you're just homeless without any belongings, right? So I don't know. I think it's really, really cool. I came across one of these when I was recording a video on George Street. Well, I came across this one. Yeah, and like, I also think like there's other applications to this. There's always people that want to like go cross country on something. I could see like some cycling nut wanting. There's people that do like van life and stuff. This could be like an economical van life. Like, I think there could be a commercial model for this, but in the short term, it's like a stopgap solution to get people out of tents and give them a place that at least they have a little bit of dignity, which they don't really have when they're subject to like harassment, and when the public is like scared of them because they're in a tent. Like, it's just like it's a winning solution in the short term. So, hey, at least in my opinion, but that'll be the video on the channel tomorrow. So tune in for that. I thought it was really cool. And whenever I do like these kinds of collabs, it's usually another YouTuber or someone else in the YouTube community. So it's kind of nice to do something like this with someone who is a resident. They live in the St. Lawrence neighborhood. They're doing something cool. I had another video planned. We couldn't make our timing work out with another gentleman who was not a YouTuber either, but we might still connect and make that video. It might have something to do with Dundas Square, but yeah, like, I thought this was cool. So we'll see how this video goes. Unfortunately, my camera was in the wrong focus mode, so don't worry. The video was still focused, but our faces are like slightly out of focus because I'm an idiot. But the audio's there, the video's there. So I'm gonna actually, after this live stream, edit that up and get that on the channel. If you're interested ahead of time, you can go to tinytinyhomes.ca. But in tomorrow's video, I'll give you the TikTok and the IG and the whatever. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, I think it's cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing the reaction. And it's cool that I'm not streaming tomorrow because it'll this will be the only thing on the channel. Maybe I'll post a Johnny Stumbles video later. I don't know. But yeah, you can just go to tinytinyhomes.ca. Super cool dude. And I think he actually has an order to like build one from someone, and he talks about that in the video as well. So it's not just like this is a prototype that'll never be a thing. Gertej says, what will you be doing tomorrow? I will be eating some leftover pizza because I ordered a pizza tonight when I got home from my live stream. I will be editing. I might go out at night, but I'm not bringing my camera. I'm not recording. I say this and I'll probably be like, hey, special test stream. Anyways, let's see what's going on in the city of Toronto very quickly, and we'll get to some viewer calls. It's incredible how lively the city can be when we remove cars. This is Baldwin Street. Yes, it is Pedestrian Sundays in Kensington. You know, in the video I was recording today, I got stopped by a couple of people that weren't from Toronto. They asked me to take a picture of them, so I did. And then they're like, what can we do? And I was like, maybe you're asking the right person. And I thought, and I was like, you know what? Go to Kensington Market. It's the last Sunday of the month. It's one of the best neighborhoods in the city to wander around and explore, especially as a tourist. And you get to experience it car-free. And on the way, walk down Dundas Street or along Dundas Street. You can go by the art gallery. Maybe that'll pique your interest and you'll want to go in there. You'll go through Chinatown, another awesome neighborhood. So I was just like, yeah, go to Dundas Street, walk over to Kensington Market. It's car-free today. Best thing you could have done today outside of like some of the festivals and stuff going on. Driver stopped by police going in the wrong... What? This is like an epidemic. People have been like going the wrong way on off-ramps and stuff when they see the traffic. Novelcost says, do people really show up in town with no idea or plan what to do? I do that when I travel sometimes. I do that. I'm getting a call here. Someone's calling me. It's not calling time yet. But hey, I'm glad that that person going the wrong way got stopped. Why don't we... I don't know. We should just have cameras that fire off massive tickets to people who do that. Let's automate enforcement. That way there's like no... It's pretty black and white. What else is going on? Anyone know the plan for the Dartmouth 3? Yeah, this has been there forever. I never see it move. I never see it out of the dock. Vasily says airplane mode. Yeah, I took it out of airplane mode because Action Kid was going to call. And then I answered it on my S24 Action. Or S24 Ultra. Marvin Hymanson, $9.99. Thank you so much. Thanks for keeping us posted on Action Kid. Looking forward to the tiny homes video. I'm looking forward to that video too. I think it's pretty awesome, and I think what we'll do is, well, I'll meet up with him again in 5-6 months from now if things have moved down the road, and we'll do like an update and we'll raise some more awareness to it. He does have a platform where you can donate to the cause as well, but all that will be covered in tomorrow's video. This was a private project, not a city one. The people who bought it thought that you could use it as a water taxi, but it is a side load ferry, and Toronto would not give them permission to dock on the island as it was too big for the water taxi loading areas and the ferry docks. Oh. So now it just sits there doing nothing. There's the story behind this boat that has been there forever. Here's a picture of the Ontario Science Centre, which, if this isn't the biggest load of corruption you've ever seen in this province, I'm excluding other areas of government also guilty of corruption, then tell me what is. Well, selling off Highway 407, but like $20 million to repair the roof? Nah, let's spend way more than that to move it to an inferior facility and take away access to it to tens of thousands of students who can no longer visit it through field trips because its new location is completely out of reach. And, you know, we'll sell it to some developer friends. Like, this is beyond the pale that it is closed. Everybody knows this is bullshit. Anyone with an engineering or architectural background has, like, spoken up about it. Like, fuck you, open it, reopen it. Anyways, Toronto skyline from the CN Tower. There's a neat picture. Chris Mills says, but look how, you know what? Whoever gets their hands on that land, I 1,000,000% guarantee you they also had Greenbelt land. Just, you know, the oldest story in the book is follow the money, right? But yeah, what an awesome picture of the skyline. Bertish says, first Canadian place. I used to work there. I used to work right up there. What else? I know we don't normally get political on this channel, but like, are you telling me that they closed Ontario Place for the right reasons suddenly when there's literally dozens of other buildings of exactly the same construction in this province that remain open? That's the one that was affected conveniently in the plot of land that looks very juicy to some of your developer pals. Yeah, okay there. Anyways, Chris Mill says it's all about the moolah. Indeed.
Thanks for keeping us posted on Action Kid. Johnny looking forward
They're
to
taking away all of our real
video.
IMAX. Yeah, we're losing we lost a planetarium in there. This is the Toronto driving subreddit. Mercedes-Benz cut last minute to Lakeshore. There's a Mercedes-Benz on the left. You know what they say, a shitty driver never misses their turn or their off-ramp, right? Johnny, it sounds like you're skeptical of Ford's explanation. What explanation? Folks, it's got to be closed. And like 90% of the idiots in this province are like, he's right. Stop crying. It's evil, that sign. Well, like, fuck off. Of course the car has... Why are we looking at the Toronto driving subreddit? Why not? What are you doing, dipshit? Canadian Vasily says, I said hi to you and Marie Palmer. Should we just go to calls? Let's look at what's going on Blog TO. I visited the CNE in Toronto for the first time ever, and I was surprised by the experience. Is there any actual news or anything worth looking at here? I don't know. Cyclist not impressed after Toronto restaurant crudely comes out against bike lanes. These have to be the stupidest fucking people in existence. Business owners against bike lanes. What do bike lanes do? They universally increase businesses by like an order of magnitude, like 20 to 30%. This is like, and this is a bar. Like, these are Neanderthals complaining about it. Like those people on Restaurant Row who complained about the transit priority corridor. And if you're a driver, if you're like driving no matter what, If that's like your sole purpose in life is to drive around the city, you should be like cheering on bike lanes and transit, because that keeps those cyclists out of your hair and it gets more people off the road. Like the best thing that could happen to you is like bike lanes being built, right? Like be selfish about it. Like your driving gets better too, right? New app shows you Toronto Police Service calls across the city in real time. That would be absolutely fascinating, wouldn't it? Ever wondered why you just heard a bunch of police cars pass through your neighborhood? Well, a new app created by a Toronto-based software developer can tell you exactly why. TPS Calls, which was developed by Riley Durant, allows you to access real-time Toronto Police Service data on the go. That is crazy. I'm going to have to look into this. Theft just occurred. That is crazy. Oh, on that topic, by the way, there is an excellent video on that topic called I Went to an Anti-Bike Lane Revolt, and here's what I learned.
Earlier this summer, I was riding along a new bike lane under construction.
Yeah, basically, it's a bunch of idiots complaining that their neighborhoods are being made better and safer. This was like a neighborhood with 10 schools, and the parents, their argument was like bike lanes are ageist and ableist. Like, what? So you'd rather like your kids not be able to ride to school safely? Like, I don't know. Novell Koss says, I've been planning to watch that all day. You know what, Novell Koss? Don't watch this video. It'll angry up the blood. It'll make you angry. Like, I don't know. Anyways, what will be the theme of the night? What should be a good topic? We'll have a few viewer call-ins. We'll stick to a theme. We've already had Action Kid call in. Does anyone have any ideas? Kurt Affair says, thanks for finally showing your video. What was your video, Kurt Affair? Streams, Speedos. Jellybean says Speedos. Car lanes are ageist and ableist too, since you have to be of legal age to drive and can't be visually impaired. That is true, Novell Koss. Also, car lanes aren't paid by motorists or paid for by motorists. They're paid for by everyone, particularly municipal ones. I am subsidizing you to drive, and I'm a cyclist. Jeanette says doing impersonations. There we go. There we go. When you call in, you have to do an impersonation of somebody most people would know. It could be a celebrity. It could be me. It could be Ken. It could be Travel Fund 69. It could be Action Kid. There we go. Jeanette doing impersonations. If you call in, you have to do an impersonation. Do your best, Christopher Walken or someone cool. You can impersonate me if you want. I don't know. There we go. I could do Jeff. Big ups, guys. Big ups. Thanks for calling in. I love you guys. Going to end the stream now, but I'm going to say love you guys 8 more times because I'm smashed. Big ups. Jeff, the end of your stream last night was gold. I could tell you really didn't want to end your stream, right? Like you said goodbye 100 times, and then you were still streaming, right? And your face was like beaming. You were like, I shouldn't end the stream. But you still ended it. Jeanette says no one is going to call now. So if you want to call, let me get the app up. What's the number? I'm not going to answer any calls right away, by the way. If you call in before I say go, you will be ignored. All right. Are you ready? Anyone is welcome to call. The only thing I ask is that you don't say anything like ridiculous that I'm gonna have to delete from the stream. So like nothing. Someone's calling. I didn't say go yet. 404 area code. Is there a time limit? Let's yeah, for the sake of fairness and because we've got a pretty light topic tonight, it's not story time like last week. Let's keep the calls to like 2-3 minutes if we can. That way more people will get a chance. Because really, we're just asking for a bunch of like impersonations. So, of course, we'll make a little bit of chit chat too. But yeah, that's a good idea. When we do like a story time, like last week, it was like, tell me about an injury. Yeah. Tell us your injury story, however long that may be. But we're keeping it a little shorter tonight. 647-247-3726. You may call 647-247-3726. And because I've been too lazy to set up a better system, I'm literally just going to stick my phone on the mic. 404 number. You can call back, by the way, to the 404 number who was just... All right, you have called back. Who is this very persistent person? Hello. I was not able to answer your call. There we go. So I have to restart this app. Sometimes this happens with this app. It doesn't work. There we go. I think we are finally live. Hey, how's it? Let me get this on speakerphone here. There we go. Hey, who is this?
This is Peter Bradfield.
Peter Bradfield calling again. Good to hear you. You called in last week. You gave us an injury story.
Well, let me see if I can still do this. This comes with another story if I can do it correctly.
Well, we're
looking out. It's an impersonation.
All right.
Looking out at the morning rain, I felt so uninspired. I'm wondering if you know what that's from.
Does anybody know who or what that is? This is Peter in...
Make me feel like a natural woman.
You make me feel like a natural... I don't know who that is, Peter, but...
Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin. Wow, we did not know that that we were getting Aretha Franklin tonight, and you're calling all the way in from Georgia.
Decatur, Georgia. But no, it isn't Aretha that I sang it along to. You know, the writer of that is Carole King.
No, I didn't know that. But Romero says from RuPaul's Drag Race lip sync.
Well, no. I don't know if you remember the train depot in downtown Atlanta.
No, I didn't even know there was one.
Well, back in 2004, February 2004, Carole King came to campaign for John Kerry, and she brought her piano, or she had a piano. I got her autograph. I got to talk to her about getting back on the Gilmore Girls, which was kind of interesting, more of a story. But she had a sing-along. I was one of only two men, the rest of the 20 people were women. And I was the only one willing to sing along to You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Man.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the impersonation, Peter. You've got us off to a good start.
Okay, I was going to tell you about the temperatures here. We've had a interesting, nice week this week. After being in, and I figured out in Celsius, after being 2 weeks ago in the 30s and polluted, it went down into the upper 20s for daytime temperatures, and then down into the upper teens
Oh, wow.
for our nighttime temperatures. It was so nice, so less polluted.
Awesome.
And now it's going to go back the opposite way. And already it's gone to polluted again.
Sorry to hear that, but we're gonna move on to the next impersonation. Thank you so much for calling in. Feel free to call in next time.
I will.
Thank you, Peter.
Will. Do you want a joke?
Okay. First of all, Lisa Gibson, $2.99. Thank you, Lisa Gibson. Lisa, $5 straight up earned it today. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Double Lisa. What are the odds of two Lisas sending super chats seconds apart? I didn't get a super chat from a Lisa in days, and I got two in a row, seconds apart. The universe is trying to tell me something. But sure, hit us with your joke, Peter. Well, I think we lost Peter. Well, thank you very much, Peter Bradfield, for calling in. We've got a 416 number calling in. Hello there.
Hey, Johnny.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
My name is Trevor.
Trevor. How's it going, Trevor?
Oh, it's going good, man.
Yeah.
I just wanted to chime in on tonight. Like, I love your show, by the way. I'm from Toronto. I live in Liberty Village.
Awesome. Liberty Village, great neighborhood. Is King Street still all ripped up and the streetcar diverted?
I don't honestly know, actually.
Oh.
It might be. I went to the Japanese barbecue on Church Street, Gyukaku. I recommend that place for everyone.
Awesome.
It was amazing.
Awesome.
I went there yesterday.
Awesome. I'm a big fan of Gyubi, but I'll have to check church
Gyubi, yeah.
Church.
Sorry, my pronunciation is wrong.
Yeah, church and where? Church and.
It's Church and King. It's like not even 5-minute walk. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So, do you have any impersonations for us? That's the theme of the night.
I don't do impersonations. I don't know how to do them.
Do you know who the Ken Continuum is?
Yes.
All right.
I saw him on your channel, by the way.
All right. Do a Ken Continuum impersonation. Try.
I don't know.
Try.
I was like, yo, let's go, bros.
that might have been the most Ken Continuum thing I have ever heard. that is the last thing.
By the way, like, I was watching your live stream, and then Ken, the other Ken from New York got injured.
Yeah.
So, like, I hope he's just doing better.
Yeah, he was.
Like, ow.
Yeah, he was on the live stream earlier tonight. I think he was doing well. Well, Trevor, thank you so much for calling in and for the Ken Continuum impersonation.
Cheers, Johnny.
All right.
I hope to see you guys, out on the street, one day, in a good way. I mean,
not lying in the middle of the road because we hit a pothole. Yeah.
No, not like that.
Yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
No, thank you so much. Feel free to call in anytime. Cheers. All right, that was Trevor from Liberty Village, unaware if the streetcar is still under construction. Feel free to call in if you have an impersonation for us. If not, you're going to have to do a Ken Continuum impersonation. Although I don't know if I've ever heard a worse impersonation in my life than that one. We have a 226 number calling in. Where the hell is 226? Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Doug Ford.
Doug Ford?
Yes. I heard you had some questions about the Ontario Science Centre.
Yeah, why are you closing it? Other than greed and corruption.
Just for greed and corruption.
Oh, that's the reason? Greed and corruption?
Yeah, I got people that want to buy the property, put condos on it.
This is I appreciate the fact that you are in character the whole stream. So this must really be Doug Ford. What was it like selling dime bags in high school? How did why did you leave that glamorous life for politics?
Oh, I made millions doing that. So I would come to politics to screw everybody else over.
That is well, I mean, you had big shoes to fill for Mike Harris, but somehow you're one-upping him. Like, that's pretty incredible.
Do the best I can.
All right, just 1 second, Mr. Ford. I mean, you're Doug Ford. You can wait for me to fart in the wind. But once upon a city, $10 for your next
Invicta or Indica Gummy. Cheers. Got to get your Z's. Once Upon a City. Thank you so much for the $10. Unfortunately, Doug Ford has just embezzled that $10 super chat into his account. So I'm not going to see a dime off of that. Doug, I hope you enjoy your super chat there. That's
Oh, I'll share with you anytime, Johnny.
What did you have for dinner tonight?
Tater tots and hamburgers. It's just tough out there, you know.
And a buck of beer as well.
I like the $2 stuff.
Oh, you're too good for us, eh? You won an election based on buck of beer, and you couldn't even deliver that, you fucking asshole. Like, what was that all about?
Hey, man, I'm the nicest asshole you'll ever meet, man.
Yeah. All right, Doug. Do you have any final words to part with everyone?
No, just have a good night, Johnny.
All right, Doug. Well, you know what? I'd love to have a beer with you sometime, and we can shoot the shit. But thank you, Doug Ford.
By the way, I'm blind man racing, and I chat the other way. Have a good night, John.
All right, Doug. Thank you for calling in. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Well, there we go. We had a not just an impersonation, but a celebrity call in. That was Doug Ford. Gertej says today was Sean Connery's birthday. So if you want to call in, you know what you got to do. You got to do an impersonation. Well, we've got a 614 number calling in. 614. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi. Who are we speaking with? Hello?
For your next Indita Gummy, cheers. Gotta get your Z's.
This person. Hello? I don't want to flash the phone to the camera because that might give away your number. But all right, we're gonna switch over here to a 781 number. Hello there. All right, we're gonna switch over here to a 781 number. Oh, now we're on hold. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know what's going on. I just hung up on everyone. Something wasn't working there. Call in. Try again. We'll get it right. Just call in. Lisa says turn it down, Boston. All right, we've got a 416 number calling in. Hello there.
Good afternoon, my beautiful friend.
Henry from Toronto Tech and Transit.
Just hold on. I'm just gonna go away for a bit here. I just need to grab a dart.
I know this is I know who this is. Do you want me to guess who this is?
TTT.
No, your name has a V in it, doesn't it?
Henry doesn't have a V.
All right, Henry. I'm going to ask you some questions that are going to prove you're Henry.
Okay.
When you had Shake Shack with Johnny, what did you have?
The Shack Burger. And also a drink.
A drink. What kind of drink?
The best one there.
All right. Henry, do you have any other impressions? Can you do an impression of Henry doing the Ken Continuum?
That's not in my repertoire here.
No. Well, thank you very much. Maybe I won't share your identity with everyone, but I know who this is. But thank you, Henry, for calling in. Do you want me to share who this is?
Well, you already know it's Henry, and much love to everyone.
All right. Henry says much love to everyone, but for the record, we did speak to the real Doug Ford, but I have a feeling this isn't the real Henry. But thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
All right, have a good night.
Thanks.
That was someone in the chat doing We've Had a Ken.
Daryl Klatt, I don't have an impression for you tonight, so here's my contribution to your show. Daryl Klatt, $6.99. Thank you. Thank you so much, Daryl Klatt, for the $6.99. Cheers to you. If I had any beer left. Oh, dude, you know what? This impression idea is good. Maybe we'll do this again sometime. Let's do one or two more though. So if you want to call in, you know the number. If you don't know the number, I don't know the number. It is 647-247-3726. 647-247-3726. We've had Aretha Franklin. We've had Doug Ford. We've had Action Kid. We've had Henry. We've got a 647 number calling in. Who is this? Hello there.
Hey, what's going on? This is Toronto Brad, the T.O. Toronto single game, single man travel, a.k.a. the Granny Chaser. What's going on?
What's up, Toronto Brad? It was great to see you at Taste of Manila.
Yeah, we out there doing it up, man. The single travel side of the game, and the T.O. Big ups, Johnny, meeting you and everybody.
I got one question for you, Toronto Brad.
All right, go ahead.
When are you gonna zoom to Thailand?
Say it again, there, Johnny.
When are you going to zoom to Thailand?
Oh, yeah, the Passport Bros, how they're going to be going down there in September, trying to count a few dollars, single man travel side of the game.
All right. Don't you think that Jeff from Travel Fund 69 is a bit of a knucklehead?
Yeah, he is. You know what I mean? He's, we get along, but, the single man travel side of the game, want to hear, I can do an impression of him too.
Yeah, can you do your Jeff impression?
Yeah, I can do that. All right, let's try that. Hey guys, big ups, man. It's Jeff Lepard. Huge ups. All right, guys, that's it, man. We're having a wonderful time out here. We're going to end the stream. Big ups. Had a wonderful time. Love each and every one of you guys.
Well, Toronto Brad, I think your Jeff Lepard is a little bit better than yourself. I don't know.
Well, single man travel side of the game, the Granny Chaser, my impressions are pretty good.
Sanjay in Kingston says, sounds like Jeff. Devin says, oh my God, that's a...
I don't have an impression
I have
for
one
you
question
tonight.
for you, Toronto Brad.
So here is my contribution to your show.
Where does Big Ups come from? What's that all about?
Big ups is, like a UK kind of thing. I think it's originated from the UK.
Well, thanks for the very insightful, in-depth answer on that one. Well, big ups to you, Toronto Brad. Feel free to call in and impersonate to your heart's content. But it was nice to meet you for the first time ever last weekend up at Bathurst in Wilson. Stay away from that Jeff guy though. He's gonna get you in trouble. He's gonna get you in real trouble. You're gonna.
I'll take.
Yeah, you're gonna end up in.
Advice, Johnny. All right.
You're gonna end up in an emergency room in Pattaya or something. So.
All right. Big ups, everybody. The T.O. All right, guys. Big ups.
All right, big ups. Nice to hear from you. Take care. That was Toronto Brad, who I met apparently. Lisa says origins are not UK. Hey, we've got another number calling it. We've got a 647 number. Hello there. Who are we speaking with?
You're speaking with Once Upon a City, Johnny.
Once Upon a City. Do you have a first name?
Sally.
Sally. Well, Sally, nice to talk to you. And you've got a 905 number. So where in the GTA are you?
647. 647 in the beaches.
Oh, so do you say the beach or the beaches? And if you answer this wrong, I'm going to hang up on you.
Oh, goodness gracious. I always say the beaches.
Good. You're officially in my good books. Not that I care, but those beach people, they can they can go pound sand, right? So do you have an impression for us?
Yes, I do.
So who are you going to be impersonating?
The Ken Continuum.
Woo! We've had a lot of Ken Continuums tonight. Trevor, I think.
He has a great hook at the end of his videos, which I really enjoy.
What when he says I will do better? No.
I will continue.
That was awesome. Do you have any more Kenisms for us? Can you call someone a dingus?
Look at that dingus.
How about his intro?
Oh my goodness, I can't really do the intro. I always see when Ken starts his videos, he always has a map.
Yeah, it's a hey people, it's the Ken Continuum here.
I hate people. Oh yeah, I hate people. Yeah, Ken is such a humble, kind gentleman, and so are you. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not so humble. I'm actually kind of a dick, but Ken is a genuine sweetheart. So he's a
everybody is. Sorry, Johnny.
No, keep going.
I was going to say, like, when I was watching the collab between you and Johnny and Ken, it's so true what you said to Ken. Is the Toronto YouTube community is by far one of the most caring YouTube communities that I have ever seen. Everybody from TTT, Henry, Ken, and Johnny, everybody is so such a great community.
Yeah, it's but you know what? Without the viewers, we're nothing, right? So it's really everybody. It's not just the people walking around with cameras looking crazy talking to themselves. It's all the people that support everyone, right? And comment and everything. But I will say Ken is like a very genuine, down to earth, good dude, and on and off camera. In fact, all of these guys are like Jeff, Toronto Brad, who just called in. Like I've had the pleasure of like having a meal and a beer with him. Like super nice, super friendly, super down to earth guy. Henry, same story. It's the same story with everyone. Like these are all like I feel like the dick out of everybody. Like I think I'm the worst one. You know, they're all such nice.
When you've had an edible.
they're all such nice people. So
yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you so much for calling in. Any other impressions?
Like. I think I lost the call.
All right. Well, Sally, thank you for calling in.
Take care, Johnny.
All right. Have a good night. That was Sally from Once Upon a City with nothing but kind words and a killer Ken Continuum impression. We've got another one. Jeanette, you win the Viewer of the Night Award with this idea. We've got a 905 number calling in. Hello there.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, who are we speaking with? Even though I already totally know.
Jellybean.
Jellybean. And who are you going to be impersonating tonight? Oh, by the way, I just want...
some guy.
Who?
Yoink.
All right, you're gonna have to do put a little bit of effort into it. You're not just ordering a drink on an app. Like this requires a degree of skill.
Like with more feeling.
Yeah.
Yoink. There you go.
All right.
How was it?
2 out of 10. This was the worst impersonation of the night.
That's me.
It is no. It's the.
I gave you last week off too.
You know the thing about me is I'm honest no matter what, right? When a company sends me a product, if it's a piece of shit, I don't even use it in a video. I've received stuff that I don't even want to show this because I'm just gonna I'm gonna trash it, right? Like that. You can do better than that. Give us a better Johnny impression.
That's all I got.
All right, do like a jelly bean impression. Tiana says this is live bullying. Oh, by the way, guys, yeah. Disclaimer. Don't actually do other people in a bad light. We should probably say that. Like it's not cool to make fun of people, but it is cool to have some fun and to enjoy yourselves, right?
I got a free coffee from ordering your coffee today.
Oh, awesome. Oh yeah, Jelly Bean ordered a coffee from you couldn't figure out the Starbucks on
Dude,
Cumberland?
I have never gotten a coffee in Yorkville.
There's a map,
So,
right? I don't know how the app works, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem.
That was
I tried to ask you, but ask Cam. Cam, we need your Insta. We want you on the group chat because it's hilarious during the stream.
oh, you guys.
Cam, give us your Insta.
You guys, there's this weird little world of people group chatting when I'm streaming, and I'm left in the dark. I know of a few different.
I'll send you screenshots of the funniest.
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's like the.
Okay. It's your secret.
Yeah, keep it a secret. The less I know, the better. Trust me. The less I know, the better.
Okay.
But do you have anything else for us, Jelly Bean?
This is kind of off topic, but could you unban Devin on AK's stream? He's accidentally banned and he can't chat.
Devin Sullivan on
Yes.
Action Kids stream. He's accidentally banned.
Yes.
All right. If he's accidentally banned, I have mod power on that stream, but if I cannot do it, I will talk to the boss man. And we will try
Devin
to.
thinks he can't make another account.
You know what happens sometimes?
You can have 2 YouTube accounts.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. Sometimes what happens, you can talk to anyone who streams. These are touch screens. Sometimes we just do shit. Like I'll pin comments, we'll delete comments, we'll ban people, and we'll time them out, and we don't even know we did. Sorry, I just burped. We don't even know we did it, especially if it's raining and there's anything on the screen. Because touch screens, they kind of have a mind of their own sometimes. So I'm sure it was purely accidental. But if I can lift him, I mean, if you're certain it's accidental, I can unban him. But I don't want to do that if he deserved it, you know. But we'll take care of it, Devin. I know you're a good dude. I can vouch for you, Devin. You've done nothing to be bannable ever. And maybe he's Jekyll and Hyde though. Maybe in Action Kid stream, he's like the Jelly Bean of the Action Kid streams, just totally bannable. All right.
Devin is a model chatter.
He is. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jelly Bean, and thank you for the iced
Yoink.
latte. All right. Yeah, do a yoink. Do a good yoink.
Yoink.
All right. Yoink.
Yoink.
That was Jelly Bean doing the worst impression of the night, but it was still a pleasant phone call. I mean, I got to be honest, though. The impression was ass. It is what it is. But thank you, Jelly Bean. Let's do maybe 1 or 2 more calls of the night. And then I have to do some work. We have a 613 number calling in. We've got a 613 number. Hello, who are we speaking with?
It's the Ken Continuum.
Oh, hi there, Ken. You have called in so many times tonight.
I'm from North Bay, eh?
What's this all about?
Yeah, I don't have a passport, and I'm never going to get one, so I'll just go around to Canadian cities, eh? I don't speak any French, but I'll go to Montreal.
Hey. And I went to Montreal, and I don't speak a lick of French. And I got butchered in the comments. I go to Paris, and I butcher my words, and I don't speak French. Nobody cares. Welcome to France. Enjoy it. I go to Quebec. I butcher one word, and everyone's up my ass. So,
I don't know. You gotta. There's a double standard going on there, but yeah. You got anything else for us?
That's it. I just want. I want to visit Kingston.
Kingston.
Yeah, it's the best place.
Yeah. Maybe you're from Kingston and you're trying to. All right, Ken. Well, I'll have a talk with you about that.
All right.
All right. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye. All right. That was the Ken Continuum for the 10 millionth time. Yeah. We'll do one more. Just a reminder, just try to impersonate people in a positive light. Easiest way to visit Kingston is to Kurt Affair. I don't even know if I want to read that. We'll do one more. Do maybe a celebrity. Everyone's doing like me, Ken. We had Aretha Franklin. I don't know. Let's see. We got a 289 number. Hello. Hi, who are we speaking with? Gertej, how's it going? Gertej Bauer, the one, the only. Are you're gonna have to do an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. What's the best Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Terminator 2? What about I thought Last Action Hero is better than Terminator 2. Or do you disagree with that? Yeah. Well, Gertej, I just want to say thank you so much for being a viewer in the channel, for always being in the chat. So many people are happy when you're there and when you chat with everyone. Thank you so much. No problem. Awesome. You're amazing. And are you gonna watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like you know he rides his bicycle around Toronto. You should come try to meet him one day. I think yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Gertej, thank you so much for calling in. All right. We'll see you on the next one. All right, Gertej, thank you. Have a good night. Bye. Well, we're going to end it on that. Wow. It is so awesome when you have a viewer and you finally get to talk to them after so long. Gertej. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in. So we had Arnold Schwarzenegger call in. It was nice to get a non-YouTuber impersonation after a while. Maybe next time we'll just stick to celebrities. Do your Logan Paul. Do your you can do celebrity YouTubers, but I don't know. We'll just we'll find a different angle. But thank you. We had Ken Continuum call in like 18 times. We had Toronto Brad call in. We had who else called? This is how bad my memory is. I swear I have ridiculous long COVID. It is bad. Devin says, let me know if I can call you on. I can look into that. Maybe we can get an American phone number for people down south. I don't know. How many viewers do we have right now? 249. We've had a good show. We had Doug Ford. There we go. Doug Ford might have been my favorite one. That guy held his character the whole way through. So did Toronto Brad, but Doug Ford. But I want to thank you guys so much for calling in. I want to thank our mods for their good work. Channel members, Patreon supporters of the Johnny Strides channel, and special video tomorrow morning. On the tiny homes. So thank you so much, guys. We'll be back probably next week. We'll do some viewer call-ins. We'll have a new topic, by the way. We'll come up with a new theme. But Jeanette, thank you for the theme. Brad Palmer, it was nice to meet you
Last night, Jella Bean called in. She did a Johnny Strides impersonation. Chris Mills, Sanjay, Sheena, thank you, Vivian, Marge, everyone. Thank you, Johnny, and also all who maybe we could figure out a video call in. How would that sound? I might have to get the censorship flag in case someone just like put a naughty image on the screen or something. Yeah, maybe we won't do. I was like, what's the worst thing that could happen if I did a video call? Someone shows something inappropriate and then the stream gets taken down and my channel gets warned. So maybe we won't. I'll vet any video call-ins. We'll have to do a little vetting for that one. At least the audio, whatever you say with audio, I can just go back and snip the audio. But someone screen caps that video, that is gonna haunt me. Anyways, you guys are way too good. I'm just thinking worst case scenario out loud. But thank you so much. Thank you for the idea, Jeanette. Have a good night. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST.